I'm Jeremy Schroeder. I live in Sherwood, Ohio. When I lost my arm, I lost it not too far from my house. I had a four-wheeler accident. Actually hit a stop sign and it de-sleeved my arm from about right here clear down to my wrist. They took me to the hospital and they couldn't repair it at the hospital I went to, so they took me to Michigan, and at that point they took too long to get to the right place to do the surgery, and they had to amputate my arm. I'm about 4 inches probably from my elbow down is what I'm left with now. I work with my wife on the farm now. Typically I do what I want to do. I farm and run some heavy equipment, drive dump truck, just typical farm stuff. This arm is so important to me because of I don't know how I would do everything I do missing it. There's times I don't have it on when I'm just sitting around the house and I go to do something and you just fumble around with just one hand. You know, these are the best tools you'll ever have. When you lose one, you got to figure out real quick how you're going to do things. And I know some people that are missing an arm and they don't even wear one, and I think they're crazy just because of, if you know, opening a bag of chips, carrying groceries, I mean, you're just going to wear your right arm out something fierce if you don't put something on and have the use of two hands. Driving a stick shift truck, you know, running a skid loader, driving a zero-turn arm lawnmower, it's really hard to do when you don't have two arms. So I don't know what I would do if I didn't have a prosthetic limb on my left side to do everything that I do every day. I tried to get something so quick because I knew I wanted to do things. I'm not one to sit around and really mourn about losing something. You know, you got your bad days where you get ticked off because you got a hard time doing stuff, but you know, I was in the hospital for a week and my wife brought my computer up to me and I sat there on YouTube just watching videos after videos after videos of how people do this. How do you put your pants on? How do you do this? How do you do that? And doing that, I knew what I wanted, and I knew what I wanted right away. When I first lost my arm, I wanted something that looked like a real hand because you lost your hand. But I found out real quick that it's great having that, and I got a myoelectric arm. But for me and my lifestyle, I do wear this primarily. And I wear both my prostheses a lot because there's things I can do with my myoelectric that I can't do with this. But you know, this is my work arm and the other one's my nice arm. And when I go do things or I just get stressed out from how this one operates, I'll wear my myoelectric to do things. But at the end of the day, this is the one I wear the most because this is the most durable and one that's not going to break the most. But you know, it's just, for me, you got to have something on your other arm, or else you're just going to have a rough life doing things. We got 4 kids. We got a 13-year-old, 12-year-old, 2 12-year-olds, and a 7-year-old. A big backbone on me, you know, keeping me on my straight and narrow and helping me with things I need to do. And she telling me that, hey, you need to figure this out. You know, she's always had my back on everything ever since we got married. The guy that does my prosthesis at work at Perry, he's been since I've lost my arm. And I actually farm a farm right across from his house. So, I mean, that's how much I see him and know him, you know. But he knows how I am, he knows how I operate, he knows that I use stuff and I'm not going to take it out and not use it and not put it through its paces to use things. So he's really good about working with me on my breakdowns and making sure I get what I need on me. Very, 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 I have nothing bad to say about that guy at all. And the people at Perry have been really, really good to me. They see me and see him at some of the shows I go to, and you know, they always stop and say hi, and really good people. My message for someone who's lost their arm is find somebody that's missing a limb. Talk to them, get on YouTube. I've talked to several people that have lost their arms, and anytime I go to a show, or like I go to a show for this one company, I wear their myoelectric arm, and I talk to people and they ask what I do and they're like surprised with what I do, and I always give them my card. It's like, hey, you know, if you need someone to talk to or they want to talk to somebody about anything, I mean, talk to somebody. It's the easiest way to figure out what you're going to do, because I had a hard time, how am I going to do this after I lost my arm, because I've always worked with my hands, and that's my biggest worry was when I lost my arm, is like how am I going to do this? Talk to people, get information, get online, see what you can find on there. That's been the biggest help for me.